Hello and welcome back to our Bible story time. I'm so glad that you can join us today. We're using the stories from the Lectionary Story Bible by Ralph Milton, and I'm grateful to Ralph that he's given permission for his stories to be used. Today we're reading the story Joseph's Beautiful Coat, based on Genesis 37. And this is a sort of a continuation of some of the other stories we've been using about Abraham and Sarah and Rebecca and Isaac, and then their son Jacob and Esau and Jacob's family. This story is about Joseph, who is Jacob's son. Jacob and Leah and their family, in other words, the people of Israel, settled down in the land of Canaan. They had many animals to look after. Jacob and Leah's 12 sons had to take the animals to many different places to find grass. Well, not all of the 12 sons. Joseph, the first baby that Rachel had, was his dad's favorite. Jacob always treated Joseph best of all. The other brothers didn't like it one bit. Joseph wasn't always very kind to his brothers either. Jacob gave Joseph a very nice coat. It had pretty colors and long sleeves. It was much nicer than the clothes the other brothers had. Sometimes Joseph would show off his fancy coat just to get his brothers angry. Joseph had dreams, and he loved to tell his brothers about all of them. He loved thinking of what the dreams meant. In those days, people thought dreams could tell you what was going to happen. Guess what I dreamed last night, Joseph said one day. I dreamed we were all working out in the field tying bundles of grain together. All your bundles came and bowed down to my bundle. I suppose, snapped one of the brothers, that means someday you're going to be our boss. That's right, laughed Joseph. Joseph even made his father angry. I had a dream in which the sun and the moon and 11 stars bowed down to me. Are you trying to tell us that you will be the boss over me and your mother and all your brothers? Jacob growled. One day, all the brothers except Joseph had taken the animals far away from home to find grass. They had been gone for a long time. Old Jacob worried about them. Go and find your brothers, Jacob said to Joseph. Find out if they're all right. Then come back and tell me. It was a long walk for Joseph to find his brothers. When they saw him coming in his bright new coat, they felt angry. Here comes the dreamer, they said. He thinks he's so smart. Let's fix him. So the brothers grabbed Joseph and tore off his fancy coat. Then they threw him into a deep hole. Some of the brothers wanted to kill Joseph. Reuben, the oldest brother, said no. Just then they saw some people coming along. They were traders, people who buy things from one person and sell them to somebody else. The traders even sold slaves. A slave is a person who belongs to somebody, the way you might own a dog or a cat. So the brothers went up to the traders and said, would you like to buy a slave cheap? They sold Joseph to the traders, who took him to a faraway country called Egypt. Now what will we tell father? The brothers wondered. Let's tell father that a wild animal killed Joseph, said one of them. So they killed one of their sheep and put the blood all over Joseph's coat. Then they tore holes in the coat. When they got back home, they showed Joseph's torn and bloody coat to Jacob. Old Jacob just cried and cried and cried. Nothing the brothers did could make Jacob stop crying. The brothers knew they had done a terrible thing. We'll pick up more of Joseph's story another day. I'm so glad that you could join us today, and I look forward to having you join us tomorrow. Bye for now.